Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday, January 17th, 2026. Welcome back to Saturday Night D-Class with the one and only Joe Rambo and Patrick Gunnels. Gentlemen, happy Saturday.
A happy Saturday. It is indeed. We have cold weather. I have a baby and a wife at home, and the other two kids are on a little mini vacation. And so we're just with the baby, and the baby is being a real shitheel. So it's nice to be here in the studio with y'all instead.
Amen, brother. I don't have a baby or cold weather, but I'm happy for you.
Yo, I was really, really cold for 2 nights.
Yeah.
And then I got out there at my son's lacrosse practice sweating in a t-shirt today.
Yeah.
It was like 80 degrees. And in the sun, it was like tan worthy.
I had to evacuate an iguana from my apartment today.
Did you? Inside?
Yeah.
How'd it get in there?
They crawling through the door. You leave the door open, they come inside.
I do leave the door open too. I leave the door open for Gitmo.
But luckily, I have a little Christmas tree on the table, and the thing was just sitting on there under the lampshade, and I just took the tree and just launched them outside.
Do they are they kind of docile?
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you get them in that situation.
Well, they smack you with their tail, Patrick. But that's
this thing was this big. Like
the iguana I just had on my porch was this big. Like it was literally probably 4 to 5 feet long. And they'll just smack you with their tail and they take off. They'll sit still and then they whack and then they run away. But if you're not scared of them, it's just a tail whip. You just grab them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, it's better than roaches and communism.
Sounds like they'd make decent pets.
Well, they're an invasive species. Actually, if you catch one, you're not supposed to let it go. You're supposed to.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, well, I like them less.
They're pretty cool looking.
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. I thank you all for being here on Saturday night. I am excited for this one. We got something special tonight. Let's not waste any further time. Let's bring in our special guest from Absolute Storm, the one and only Paul Fleuret, Absolute 1776. What's up, brother?
When you say special, you mean like short bus licking the windows special, right?
Exactly.
All right, awesome. Man, I'm doing great. I'm breaking my D-class cherry tonight, man. This is awesome. Thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah, it's been too long. We've been trying to do this for a while and do it a little bit more routinely, change things up a bit. Tonight is going to be fun. We're gonna spend probably the first third or half of the show doing regular D-class stuff, and then the second half kind of came together. It's interesting how it came together. I decided to kind of take a day off on Thursday because of some stuff going on, and with the whole Verizon shutdown, I happened to fall down a rabbit hole that kind of centers around some drops that talk about 0 day and cybersecurity, and I started watching a series on Netflix, and I was sitting there, I don't know, whatever time it was, like 3 o'clock in the morning, texting all these different screenshots and stuff that you'll see tonight.
Yep.
So Paul, it's funny that I didn't realize today was going to be the 17th, because you're probably going to see more 17s in this show than anyone we've done so far. So it should be fun. I'm glad that Paul could be here. It just worked out perfectly. So
it's pretty funny, dude. You texted me that first clip at like 2 a.m, and 2 hours later, you had kept slinging me stuff, and I was slinging stuff back. And we were like, okay, this is probably not nothing.
Yeah, I started watching the first episode. It started like 5 minutes into the show. I'm like, all right, I'll watch 1 or 2. And 7 hours later, I finished the whole series. Like it was like 8 a.m. But it's interesting to say the least. And I think it's a good dive. We have no idea what the hell is going to happen. But for one, I'm also kind of sick of. Anybody else sick of looking at Minneapolis right now? Yeah.
I can't breathe when I look at it.
That's a reference to that black guy who got suffocated.
Thanks for pointing that out, Patrick.
Oh man, God, I don't even know where I want to start. Well, let's just start with the easy one, the obvious. Joe, you caught this one today. The U.S. Department of Labor is at it again. Last night, 6:32 p.m. it's kind of gotten beyond the point of ridiculous right now, Joe, with this account and them smacking off the boards.
Yeah, I'd say.
So the obvious one, hold the line, came right at a drop 47.14. I just did a timestamp check on it just to see if there was anything relevant. I think it is, because I look at this, Paul. I know, like, normally I try not to go out too far and wide in who I decode like timestamps from, but this account has been smacking the hell out of everything for like 2 weeks now. So I think this is relevant.
Yeah. Look, if it was just that first one, if it was just the Patriots are in control and nothing else since then, that would have been notable. But I'd have been like, might have slid into the random, or they just threw that up category. But they've been hitting it steady for 2 weeks now with all the biggest phrases from the Q drops. I don't think that's a coincidence, dude.
Yeah. And we did one, Paul, I don't know, because I've been a little disconnected from other shows for the last week, but there was even one that we showed. I forget if it was last week. I think you were on the roundtable. I mean, there was even one where it was 2 days before the ice raid, and the timestamp hit a drop that talked about ice. Right. So this isn't. That's why I decided to look at the drops, and it's a 632 timestamp. So you could convert that to 1832, and what do you get? Why are the children in Haiti in such high demand? Reread the drops. RE Haiti, pure evil. How many in Washington and those around the world in power worship the devil? Conspiracy, fake news, the world is watching. I think that's interesting, given that Hillary was a no-show this week. He was in the news. And then if you take the raw timestamp, 632, again, you get who controls Hollywood, who really controls Hollywood. Think about that drop, by the way, in reference to what we're going to show later tonight. You get what is a psyop, conspiracy, push, label, awake, spiderweb. You're being controlled. Sheep, up is down, left is right. Revolution, truth, trust the mission. I think both of these are relevant right now.
Yeah, agreed.
Joe?
I agree with you both. Paul, you're right. They're literally carpet bombing these at this point. Like, it's absurd. Along with Kirill Dmitriev.
Oh, you mean this dude?
Right.
Yeah, I mean this QAnon Russian. What is he? He's like an envoy of some kind.
He's Putin's special envoy for economic cooperation, I believe it is his official title.
He's dropping Q drops unironically.
I think this is crazy for a couple of reasons. Number one, he posted it twice. One time at 3:23 and one time at 3:37. Obviously, today is the 17th. Today's Q day, and it's a tomorrow delta. Look in the middle, January 18th. So that's an exact, what are we now, 6-year delta from that original drop. And what am I saying? 8, excuse me. I also find it interesting because of in the context, especially with what's going on with NATO and Greenland and everything. He's on the left side, he's reposting something about the tariffs relating to Greenland, which is in the news, right? And if you watch like Fox News and the normie narrative, they're talking about how Greenland is like, they're saying strategically we need it. Russia's going to take it. If we don't take it, Russia's going to take it. And it's closer to the United States than Russia. Well, here's the Q guy from Russia. He's been all week highlighting the Greenland narrative. So what does that tell you about what might already be done if the dude from Russia is promoting all this stuff?
Can I throw a question at the panel while we're on this?
Mm-hmm.
You know how X made it possible that you can see the where accounts originate from?
Yes.
Origins of, and then some show VPNs. Hence, X is actually blocked in Russia. And so if you look at this guy, however you say that, Kirill Dmitriev, if you look at his account, it says he's from France. It's a VPN. So it shows the shield with the exclamation point. Because I've been watching a lot of people around social media go, oh, hey, well, this one's from Africa. This one's from France. This one's from the shield with the exclamation point means that it's a VPN.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at some of these, like it's not an accurate temperature gauger, in my opinion. right? So you can speculate, right? Sure, bot accounts use VPNs all over the planet so that they can be bots. But does anybody believe that like somebody like Kirill that's using a VPN out of France when X is blocked in Russia? I mean, and the dude's straight up out here posting X post or Q post rather.
Do I believe that the other question is, do I believe a 70-year-old man is sitting there like cropping out Q drops on his spare time and putting them in X and then interacting? Paul and Joe, I don't know if you saw, I forget what night it was. I was watching. I mean, that we showed one Kirill Dmitriev thing. He posted it. It was a Q thing, and then he was interacting with the Anons. Joe and Paul showed like 5 or 6 where he was sitting there interacting.
Yeah. Well, and look, here's the thing too. Like for this guy to be speaking that way, it's well known he's this envoy to President Putin. He's essentially in Putin's back pocket, a right-hand man to Putin, if you would. Do we think he's posting all of this shit without Putin's go-ahead?
Right.
Hell
exactly.
no. If you've ever seen a Putin press conference, you know that every single man there wears diapers.
Look, dude, he's
going to make them pee themselves.
We're all largely fans of him, Putin, because we know in the background he's actually working with Trump to take down the NWO. But let's not forget that dude's old school KGB. If you do something he doesn't want to do, see you later.
Yeah,
up to Siberia with the tigers with you.
You're just this is the 4th version of Putin. Because the first one killed you already.
Oh yeah, the first one would have already taken over the world, I think.
Yeah, right.
Well, the Greenland thing is definitely getting interesting. And, you know, we talk so much about people playing roles and we try to navigate the Marjorie Taylor Greene psyop. And, well, the left has their own version of Marjorie Taylor Greene. His name is John Fetterman. So he was out there schooling CBS this morning.
Military force is really an option from the Trump administration?
No. I mean, no. I think that's wrong. No, that's not an option. And you know, for me though, it's also undeniable that one, this is not a brand new conversation. Truman and other in the past offered to buy it there, and now I also remind people it's actually closer to us geographically. North America to Denmark and Europe to technically that too. So it's not an absurd idea.
Not at all.
Why is he the only one out there like making sense right now? Can somebody explain this, please?
I got nothing for you, man.
Yeah. It might be because Elon wants you to know today that most politicians are just actors on the stage. You don't see the script writers, directors, and producers who control them.
A well-stated claim. That is beautiful. It's absolutely perfect.
That is amazing.
And that chick down there looks definitely like a movie star.
Oh, Ava? Yeah.
Eva Vlaardingerbrok, or whatever her name is. Yeah, I thought she was CGI for a while.
Yeah, she's a...
Look, CGI, right?
All right. You want to go to CGI? If we're going to talk about actors, it's Saturday night. Let's have a little fun.
Okay.
Hold on. Is this who we were just looking at?
That guy's about to get killed by Gary Oldman.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not 5.
So I'm not going to replay the clip, but we all got a good laugh earlier this week when Congressman Patrick's favorite congressman, Shri Tanadar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right. So I said, I remember posting it. I said, whichever one of the scriptwriters decided that the guy that can't speak English is going to be the one to start the Abolish ICE campaign, like chef's kiss.
Yes.
Chef's kiss. Yeah, I'm guessing everyone saw that clip. I don't need to go back there, right? He made his little statement in front of the Capitol that he's going to start, an initiative to abolish ICE. Then he goes on Hannity last night. I believe this was last night, and I grabbed this because one, there's two clips. It's just funny as shit. But what I noticed on X is